come out of their pens, and here we go. Wasting little time and engaging.
Look at Nogueira coming. Yes, you want to close the distance, and you see he's very close to him, but no. Shogun gets the takedown.
To the open half guard of Nogueira. Nogueira, of course, very busy. An active guard on the bottom.
His armbar looks almost... Oh, no. Now it's a takedown defense there. Whoa, look at that.
Nice escape. Nice right hand. And Shogun mentioned that he wanted to utilize more of his Muay Thai techniques. And that was a devastating right as well.
Yep. And it has begun. The kicks are involved.
Nice inside leg kick delivered by Shogun. Again, Nogueira very aware of Shogun's deadly knee strikes, but he thinks he's more than prepared to deal with them. You mentioned it, Boss. Nice takedown.
Yep.
You mentioned that they brought in Anderson Silva, the Nogueiras and Brazilian top team, to work with Nogueira, but right now it is Shogun in the closed guard. Oh.
Very nice. Dropping elbow there to the midsection. That is good, especially later into the fight when the opponent gets tired, and then surprise him with it at the moment when he's breathing in. That will do the trick.
Of course, Shogun wants to create that distance and doing a good job of really just posturing and dropping that elbow. Nogueira now striking from the bottom, trying to neutralize the wrists of Shogun. Your thoughts of the early going, and you'll hear the referee there, Boss, and the fans at home yelling for action.
Yep, you know what? It's difficult to say right now. Mauricio had 2 takedowns. I would say Mauricio, none of them is actually stalling. They're both fighting. Oh, here we go for a submission attempt. Mauricio just stands up.
There's a nice block of the jumping stomp kick by Shogun. And there's a nice kick to the calf area.
Matrix style.
Well done.
And again.
And that, of course, will always bring a reaction out of the crowd.
Yeah, they don't love that stuff. And I'm one of them. Creativity.
Always entertaining when you see members of Brazilian top team in shooter box in action, and of course lots of things at stake here. Not only a spot in the Final Four and Final Conflict, and they're going to be brought back up to their feet here, Boss, but bragging rights for Brazil. And again, just an awesome... Nogueira locks Shogun, but he gets right back up to his feet.
Can he capitalize on the mistake that Shogun made? Whoa! Now we know that the shoot box guys, they're always recouped, unbelievable, and now he drops him back there with the left hook.
But he looks like he is still staggering on his feet. Nogueira comes back with a knee, but Shogun goes for the takedown, and I think that was a desperate move on his part, Boss, to try to give himself a respite and a break that he desperately needs.
Very smart. Now that is using the head. That is using the head. Take him down and take an extra little rest there, an extra little break. He's going for a reverse figure four here.
Now he's looking for the Kimura from the bottom. Here's Nogueira trying to get the end. Look at this. Nice maneuvering. Looking maybe for the armbar. Reverse armbar from the bottom.
Yep. Yep. Good escape here from Mauricio.
Trying to put some knees to the head as well, and some great maneuvering. And the fans respond in kind. We've got one heck of a fight here in the first quarterfinal matchup, and you could see the swelling and the discoloring under the left eye of Shogun, where he was rocked early on by Nogueira.
You know what? Rogério told us before he wasn't afraid of his strikes because he trained very hard on his striking, and wow, it shows.
And of course he works diligently with his twin brother, who has worked in the past with the Cuban national boxing team, and the Cubans, of course, have dominated the Olympics in the past in boxing, so they definitely have the boxing skills as well, and now they remain in the stand-up box, and it's Shogun now that's rocked Nogueira.
Yep, he connected there with that left uppercut, a short uppercut. Nogueira, and let me see, no, Shogun has the takedown, ended up in his guard.
Are you surprised, Boss, right now at this stage, that it's Shogun that's been able to get the takedowns on Nogueira, and yet Nogueira has been able to withstand the stand-up, and maybe actually they're kind of even in the stand-up, but it's Nogueira with the takedowns.
You know what? In the first fight already said the same thing. It's exactly the other way around than that, I said. I thought Mauricio will be better on his feet and the other way around.
But this is the beauty of mixed martial arts, boss, and why it is the fastest rising sport in the world. Anything can and usually does happen. And between Antônio Rogério Nogueira and Maurício Shogun, you could not ask for more in the first round. Another elbow, and it's been interesting that he continues to resort to that tactic, trying to drive the air out of the lungs of Rogério Nogueira.
Oh, that was a good right hand.
That's the second time he's done that, and a third one.
Rogério is holding his hand now, but no.
Looking on with vested interest is Vanderlei Silva, Shogun's teammate, but boy, oh boy, you can see the effects of this first round war on the face of Shogun. Oh, and he's tagged again by that left hand.
Yep. Who's going to get the takedown now? Now, Rogério needs to be on top if he's going to get the takedown. Yes, now he can capitalize on that punch that he just gave to Shogun.
And it's interesting that usually in the clinch, which is a trademark of the shoot box camp, they usually get the better hand and better advantage. But it was Nogueira taking down Shogun, which I think, boss, is a byproduct of that shot he took.
Knee coming.
Some knees to the head.
Yep, I wanted to say it. And the anaconda almost, it looks like.
Nice escape, beautiful sweep by Shogun, and listen to these fans at the Saitama Super Arena.
What an opening.
What a fight.
First fight, unbelievable. This fight is woo.
And a nice up kick delivered by Nogueira. You can see he's probably setting up either a stomp kick or that kick to the head.
Oh, they stopped the time. Something's wrong with his glove. I believe I saw Mauricio looking at his glove, so probably one finger is out or something.
It was interesting being in a judges' meeting that they are going to be, and it was with the thumb area. Shogun tried to go to the body. And it looks like Shogun really missing with the combinations now. Are you seeing any desperation on the part of Shogun, even though it's early in the fight, in the first round?
Yes. What I do, but it looks to me, and just saying it looks, he's too flat on his feet. He doesn't move. Look, you see? Yeah. No, this is not good. He doesn't flow like he normally does.
Is it a case, boss, where
look at the knees.
There's a tie clinch? Yes, he's taking a page out of Shogun's book, and like you say, boss, it's a reversal of fortunes, really.
Yeah.
And I wonder, is it youthful exuberance on the part? Nice takedown there by Shogun on the part of Rua, boss. At the age of 23, there's so much hype surrounding him as the next Vanderlei Silva, and of course, with so much at stake. Is it a case where maybe after the first round that he just has to settle things down? Is that what Rujamar Fedrigo is going to try to do in his corner?
Yeah. You know what? Those shootbox guys, but it's also with the Brazilian top team. Those guys, they recoup every fast. They got good corners. They tell them exactly what to do. So let's just see if he can make it past this fight.
But it also already looks like Shogun's going for that grand slam where it looks like Rogério's more calm, cool, and collected, showcasing his experience. And it looks like Shogun's going for that real dramatic finish instead of being more methodical. Pacing himself, yeah.
Rogério is probably pacing himself here because Shogun is wasting a lot of energy. Now he has a lot of energy, as I said, with the entrance. It seems almost endless, but you know, a lot of pressure will do a lot.
Great right hand. And again, of course, what the judges look for in Pride, as they look like he's setting them up there perhaps for a triangle or an arm bar. But again, you know, when you're fighting a guy from shootbox, and with all the frustration, nice knee to the head.
Now we're starting.
We're into the final 60 seconds of what has been a very exciting opening round.
Whoa, and another knee.
And that'll add up in terms of damage.
It's going back and forward.
And of course, what the judges look for here in Pride when judging the entire fight, effort to finish the fight by knockout or submission, damage to your opponent, striking combinations and ground control, takedown and defense, and of course aggressiveness. And there you see Vanderlei Silva applauding the efforts of his young teammate, Mauricio Shogun. He's in side control here, boss, but not really doing much.
No, he has to start throwing knees to the body, to the legs, to the head. He has to work, otherwise the referee will come in and break them up.
We remember at Bushido 2 where we saw Shogun go 9 minutes against Akihiro Gono at full power. Boss, we're now into the 10th minute of this fight, and I don't want to say he's tiring. Well, he is tiring, but
he is.
What is this conditioning? What do you attribute this to? Is it the pressure, the stress of being in such a high fight? Nice kick there at the end of the match. See if Shogun tries to establish his territory. Now he goes in body lock, but it's Rogério. Oh, nice balance there by Shogun to quickly go into half guard.
Yep, he shifted his weight to the left and then, prevented him from rolling over. You see, with his left foot, not anymore. He was trying already to pull his right leg out now because he wants to go to side control. I'm sure that he wants to continue those knees that he was doing in the first round. Yep, and I can't understand Brazilian, but they say passaie, that means pass the half guard.
And he has to do more to prove the position here, and he's back on his feet. And will he be up now? He's going back to that diving right hand. Is hit with a right from the bottom.
Let's see if he's going to let him stand up again. And he's breathing heavy. I mean, it looks like he gained some weight here. Maurício did. You see, he's got bigger shoulders. He has bigger shoulders than the last time. Oh, there he came in with good one.
Nice uppercut. You know, in the past, they say that the one weakness the Shogun has shown is that he can be wild at times and show little regard for what the opponent brings to the fight. Now, we've seen as he's tagged with that straight left.
Yep.
And he's been a little wild in this fight, boss. Trying to go for the tie clinch.
And who's going to throw the knee now? And again, Shogun is going for the takedown.
And that, of course, does add up on the judge's scorecard. But what does he do with the takedown is what really matters.
And there we go again.
Looking for the armbar?
Yeah, but it's not going to work.
Perspiration, sweat all over the body is going to become more and more difficult as this battle unfolds. You know that Rogério's confident there, and he blocks the kick again. That's twice now. And he's maybe saying that, being telegraphed, the referee doing a good job here now, bringing it back to its feet. Hey, boss, who do you think at this stage does the stand-up benefit, Shogun or Rogério?
I think Rogério, believe it or not. And to tell you the truth, it looks like Maurício now gets a little bit in a better shape. He's getting his second win because I've never saw him like this. I never saw him breathing with his mouth open. He's always like going and going, but now we see...
They're just swinging wildly, and again, the more you swing like that and do not connect, you're just expending energy, and it's not paying any dividends, and again, he just twists him to the canvas, where we have really not seen Shogun be able to do much. We've seen Nogueira try for the Kimura, try for a reverse armbar, but Shogun hasn't really done much to try to improve his position or go for a knockout or a submission on the ground, boss.
No, not yet, although he passed now, and he's going to try.
Going for the Kimura.
Yep. But you see, it's the third attempt. No, he's not going to get it.
No, but you're right, because the takedown, the submission defense by Shogun is awesome. I mean, this is an incredible MMA battle, and we talked about this perhaps being an MMA masterpiece, and fans at home and here at the Saitama Super Arena, this is only the first quarterfinal matchup, and what a hard act to follow between Shogun and Minotauro.
Triangle attempt here, but you see right away Maurício is sticking his head up, so it's going to be very difficult for Rogério to close his legs, to put his foot behind the knee.
And what an experienced veteran Rogério is, seeing that it isn't going to pay dividends, releases it right away. I'm not going to expend any more energy than I need to.
Yep, and now we're in that same situation, but Rogério thinks, hey.
Trying to get his back there.
Yeah, very good that he adjusted himself and went back there to the the mount, or half guard actually, because Rogério almost escaped that position. So very good thinking here by Mauricio. Both fighters are doing really good in this fight.
And talking to Rogério as Shogun jumps back into the open guard, Rogério thought that who was able to concentrate more during this fight will prevail. And he's one of those people who totally espouses the theory that, you know, fighting really is more a mental game than anything else.
Well, and I share that with him. It's all in the head. Everything is right up there. Okay, 5 more seconds. Whoa.
All right, let's see what happens.
Now, that was the first knee there, coming from Shogun. And again, you see his balance, the way he shifts his weight.
Rogério pulled guard there.
Yep.
Maybe trying to do a leg lock.
No, there's nothing. He's going to pull it out. Oh, that was the kick again.
Yep. We've seen this position before. Referee calls for action. And again, you'll hear the referees throughout tonight. There's another attempt, but against Shogun, unless you're pretty certain you're going to come up empty majority of the time. And there's that elbow again.
He should use more of those elbows, especially with the forearm. They have more effect. They will really drive the wind out of your lungs. Again, an attempt, but I would stop it. I would really see if I could go back on my feet, because Rogério was doing actually really good on his feet.
Okay, is this the case now? We got a timeout by the referee. Do you think now, and again, just asking your opinion, boss, is Shogun, what we've seen thus far in the third round, is he fighting to go the distance and just hope for the best with the judges? It doesn't look like on the ground he's very aggressive. And I know fatigue is playing a factor, but again, this is for a chance at the final 4, at final conflict. And now he's getting rocked again by Nogueira. We've seen this actually with Vanderlei Silva's teammate against Yoshida in the first round. As the fight progressed, he was fighting for the going to the judges.
But Nogueira is hitting him and hitting him.
And Nogueira's bleeding now, but Nogueira's getting the better of these exchanges. Shogun just like that, turning the tables. Oh my goodness.
Just when you think one is going to lose, that person takes over.
Unbelievable turn of events here. And Nogueira was caught by Shogun, summoning up that spirit. And there you see the replay, boss. Wow, beautiful left. My goodness.
Shogun should stand up right away. If they say fight, the guard is open, just stand up. It's probably what his corner's going to say, yes. Let him get up.
That would be a great strategy. Now, of course, he'll try to exploit that cut as well. Now you can see Nogueira, he just wants to try to, bring him in tight, boss. Doesn't want that distance. Nice left hand by Shogun.
Tried to go for that elbow again, but right away Rogério pushes him away. Another right dropping hand, but didn't connect. He really needs to pass. He really needs to go to the side. And again, there we have the chicken ring.
Kimura and maybe an arm bar by Nogueira, but nothing doing. And Shogun now, and the referee will bring Nogueira back to his feet. Now, let's see what happens. They each have scored damage points in the stand-up.
We got 2 minutes left, the last round.
And there, the Shogun connects again. And the takedown, 2 minutes remaining. And you'll see the action pick up, or you should.
He should start working real hard just to make sure that he got it in the bag, because this one is going to be very difficult for the judges.
Very close fight between Shogun and Minotauro. Their undefeated records on the line.
Whoa. 1 minute, 15 seconds.
You see the swelling on the left eye of Shogun.
Oh, nice punch there from Nogueira.
Has some fists remaining, isn't in his arsenal. And Nogueira comes back. Tie clinch and a knee by Nogueira. There's a left. The last 60 seconds. And you can expect them now to begin unloading, boss. There's a right.
You see, Rogério is pressing the fight now. He's also the one who throws more knees. Also a thing that we didn't expect. He's probably going to go for another takedown now. No, which is going to be very difficult. Oh, yes, he does have an underhook, but no, this time he didn't get it. And now Rogério...
Side control.
Yep.
Will he get his back here? Less than a minute remaining. There's a kick by Nogueira. And now it's Shogun. Time is the biggest enemy now. It has been a titanic struggle between Shogun and Minotauro. They have given it every ounce of their talent and fighting spirit. And we are going to the scorecards, but the fans applaud what has been a very memorable contest here in Pride Fighting Championships. Let's revisit the action. Take a look here and describe what you see, Mr. Rutan.
Ooh, there I saw a big left hand from Rogério connecting. But you know what? Mauricio had all the takedowns, and that punch was also a punch that put Rogério on the mat.
They each scored knockdowns.
It's over and over.
Let us await with bated breath the official decision of the first quarterfinal bout here at the 2005 middleweight tournament. Mauricio Shogun records the unanimous decision.
Chalk up one for the Ruas as Shogun propels himself into superstar status with the win.